What's going on, everybody? This is the Ready Football Podcast. I'm Brennan,
I'm Logan.
and still dead period. We still really ain't got much to talk about, but we've had
What
a.
do you mean?
Hold on, I was getting there. Jeez, man, I was gonna say there has been a lot that's gone down with free agency.
I was about to say we got about 3 days worth of free agency to cover.
But in the broad scheme of things, that's the only football we got to talk about. But it is still a good amount because, my God,
yeah,
over $3 billion worth of contracts were signed this week.
it's crazy.
Teams are playing with money.
Some trades have been made. A trade has been backed out.
Oh yeah,
Might be getting a investigation called. Who knows?
No, the NFL said they're not going to be looking into that.
Oh, did they?
Yeah,
All right.
I mean it's happened before, but it's not happened with a player of his stature and like his name.
My only thing about it is how quickly they quote unquote backed out, and then we're signing this player that plays the same position and gives about the same production healthy if they're both healthy.
Now, hold on. We got to give context here because, yes, we're referring to the Max Crosby trade that Baltimore backed out of, for those of you who have not heard, which I don't know how you wouldn't have. It's probably the biggest headline in sports right now outside of the baseball classic. But
March Madness about to start.
Yep, conference tournament games are going on right now. But no, that it almost kind of feels like that. Have you seen the movie Draft Day?
Multiple times.
Do you remember how he finessed those three trades with draft picks and got them back? That's kind of what this feels like. I feel like I'm watching that scene in real life with this.
I mean, yeah, because the Raiders have been signing everyone.
Dude, I told you when we walked in here, the Raiders are making moves this year.
Did you see that TikTok I tagged you in? Of the one guy playing multiple front office people and like an intern for the Raiders.
Dude, I saw that on my For You page too.
I don't care. Sign everyone. I don't think that's a good idea. We just signed these two people for like this. I don't care. Do what I say.
Yep, I saw it. No, this got messy. But like I said, this has happened before, but it's not happened with a player as big as Max Crosby. Now, especially from what I've seen, he failed his physical, but I mean, he was going to fail it regardless. Like Daniel Jones with Indy, he's going to fail his physical, but Indy's not worried about him. He just signed a 2-year, $100 million deal to stay in Indy. So, I mean, it's not like the Ravens didn't know about this.
From what I've heard, though, Max Crosby is either on track or ahead of track of his return date.
Ahead of schedule? Yeah.
Like, I get he may have failed, but if he's possibly ahead of schedule, why not?
I mean,
he's a monster, and he would fit in so well, not even just with Baltimore, but the AFC North
and
atmosphere.
Baltimore's culture and kind of what they've produced throughout the years.
We don't know what they're going to be after Harbaugh left.
True.
That's still yet to see.
But that's a huge foundation to build on if you bring Max Crosby in.
But I'm just talking the AFC North and how they play physically and dominate at the line.
Yeah.
No matter how horrible a team could be doing, like Cleveland.
You could argue the AFC North has the most dominant edge rushers in the NFL. And I would even say the same if they had Max Crosby, because Cleveland's got Myles Garrett. The Bengals had Trey Hendrickson. The Ravens had Max Crosby for not even a full day.
And they got someone else. I'm just blinking right now.
And then Steelers got TJ Watt.
Which he's more of a linebacker, outside linebacker.
Yeah, but him as a pass rusher, though, it's stupid.
Okay, so for Baltimore, you can say Kyle Hamilton, a safety,
Yeah.
because they put him in the box a lot and he's blitzing a lot of the time.
But I also heard on the Pat McAfee show, they were talking to, I think it was Adam Schefter about it, when he said Baltimore may be looking at this from like a protecting their future standpoint and like kind of being up in the air with what Max Crosby's health was going to be long term, even after being cleared and back playing game action and all that. So he was basically saying they were looking at their longevity or their future with him and ultimately decided it wasn't worth the risk. But at the same time, like I said, it's not like they didn't know.
He's a freak of nature. I mean,
He's like 29 years old.
still in his prime. He's getting better and better every season. He's a grinder. You know that. He went to Eastern Michigan and has been balling out since.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, who knows? Maybe he's a one helmet guy forever, and this is kind of the football gods saying to stay in Las Vegas.
I don't think Vegas can keep him, though. I feel like they have to trade him somewhere else.
Because of cap space or...
Well, that and also you try to trade him after he gave his heart and soul. And it honestly came out the blue. He just signed a new deal, what, a year or two ago?
I think so.
He got hurt, what, one time? And he still produced really good? And plus, have you seen the film of him at practice playing like tight end and stuff? You could use him as an offensive weapon. He can catch that football.
I mean, it did get pretty messy with him and Pete Carroll towards the end of the season and when Pete Carroll left.
I think there might be a crack in that connection, and with them trying to send him to Baltimore pretty quickly after the season ended, it depends on how he takes it, how the organization welcomes him back, but I don't know. Me personally, I feel like Vegas should still try to get him out. You tried it. A team wanted him, but then didn't want him, so I don't know. It's a definitely messy situation because you also got to think, like, put yourself in Crosby's shoes. You give your heart, soul, blood, all that for a team, sign a contract, and it feels like out of nowhere they're trading you. You're probably the best player on that team currently.
Didn't he ask for a trade, though?
I don't think so. I think that was Trey trying to get out of Baltimore.
What didn't he say he wanted to be traded?
I don't think he did.
I swear I thought I heard that.
Probably now. But I mean, regardless of that, things are kind of messy in Vegas. But a lot of stuff happened. What do you think's a couple of the biggest moves that caught your attention, or you think will do good or bad for a team?
Dude, this is gonna be so hard because there are so many huge moves.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we could really sit here. Like, I have a list of the top 100 free agents, including Kyler Murray signing. This was posted an hour ago. So this is like fresh. This is on CBS Sports by Carter Bonds. I'm pretty sure is his name. Like, where do we even start with this? Like, there, you know what I mean? Like, there's so much here.
You just want to start at the top and start with Buffalo?
Okay,
Let's just start top of the page. First team, AFC East, Buffalo Bills. They signed quarterbacks Kyle Allen and Shane Buechele. How do you pronounce that last name?
I can't see that far.
Buechele.
Bushley?
Sure, we'll go with Bushley. Shane Bushley. 2 quarterbacks to back up Josh Allen. Maybe one will get cut. One of them signed a 2-year, one of them signed a 1-year. They traded for receiver DJ Moore.
That's awesome.
Acquired in a trade with the Chicago Bears, along with a 2026 fifth-round pick in exchange for a 2026 second-round selection.
That's awesome.
So they're getting Josh Allen some help. Dawson Knox signed a new 3-year contract. His previous deal would have expired after the 2026 season. Jeez, man, what you got?
Juicy gummy clusters. Keep going. Don't worry about me.
They also got edge rusher Bradley Chubb. Signed a 3-year deal. $43.5 million deal with $29 million guaranteed. They got a corner D. Alford, a safety Sam Franklin, and revised a 1-year contract, including $1 million guaranteed with a maximum value of $3.5 million for kicker Tyler Bass. If you had to give them a grade, A through F, what are you giving the Buffalo Bills?
I don't know, like a B. That's not bad. That's a pretty good overhaul. DJ Moore's a big pickup for Josh Allen. Mm-hmm. That's going to be a great combination. I mean, you saw what he did with Caleb Williams.
Yeah. I think that could be a good duo for the AFC East. Moving on to the next team, the Miami Dolphins.
They've had some moves this offseason, too.
They have. They signed QB Malik Willis, a 3-year deal, $67.5 million with $45 million fully guaranteed.
And the Packers staff takes the Packers quarterback.
Yep.
I mean, nobody knew him. Nobody, they wanted Malik Willis. Nobody knows Malik Willis better than that coaching staff in Miami.
You are absolutely right. Adding on to his contract includes a $22.5 million sign-on bonus, a $2 million March 2028 roster bonus, and a $20.5 million 2028 salary. So Malik Willis is going to go to Miami and make that money with people he's already familiar with. He's got a pretty good receiver in Jalen Waddle, so we'll see how that goes. They also signed a receiver, Tutu Atwell, on a 1-year contract. Tight ends Ben Sims and Greg Dulcich. Edge rusher Josh Usi. Defense tackle Matthew Butler. They signed linebacker William Gay, or re-signed William Gay Jr. Defensive back Lonnie Johnson signed with them, and they got Zane Gonzalez to sign a 1-year deal, and kicker Riley Patterson to re-sign with the team. Same question, quick answer, A through F for the Dolphins.
B plus, yeah.
Okay. Moving on to the Super Bowl runners-up, New England Patriots. Offensive lineman Elijah Vera Tucker signed a 3-year, $42 million deal with $21 million guaranteed. Fullback Reggie Golem signed a 3-year deal worth up to $12 million and $6 million fully guaranteed. He will earn $4.4 million year one. Patriots also signed on a 4-year, $70 million contract. Now, former Packer receiver Romeo Doubs. Tight end Julian Hill signed with the Patriots. Defensive lineman Draymond Jones signed a 3-year deal, $39.5 million that will pay him $14.5 million in year one. And then to round out New England, they signed safety Kevin Byard on a 1-year, $9 million contract. Quick grade, A through F.
B minus.
You sticking with the B's. All right.
They also didn't have a lot to replace either.
No. To round out the AFC East, the New York Jets. They get their boy Geno Smith back. Hey! He's acquired in a trade with the Raiders, along with a 2026 7th-round pick in exchange for a 2026 6th-round pick. Breece Hall received the franchise tag, which will pay him $14.293 million for the 2026 season. The two sides will continue to work on a long-term deal. Fullback Andrew Beck re-signed with the Jets. Tight end Jelani Woods re-signed. Offensive guard Dylan Parham signed a 2-year deal. Got a couple edge rushers.
They got the second pick in the draft, so that's really going to help them too.
Yep, I honestly kind of forgot about that.
But
they did get.
If you know sports, you know the Jets always have the first 1 to 2 picks. So is that really a surprise?
No.
They need help everywhere. Like everywhere.
They got.
How many interceptions they have this season?
I have no idea.
0.
I believe it.
They didn't record a single interception the entire season.
Well, maybe they can get that fixed with a player I'll name off and a couple names.
Know who exactly you're talking about. I'm actually kind of excited for that.
Defensive lineman Vondre Sweat acquired in a trade with the Tennessee Titans in exchange for a edge rusher Jermaine Johnson Jr. Linebacker Demario Davis signs a 2-year, $22 million deal that includes $15 million fully guaranteed. They got a corner Nashawn Wright, safety Dane Belton, and they also acquired in a trade Minkah Fitzpatrick with the Miami Dolphins in exchange for a 2026 7th-round pick. Fitzpatrick will sign a 3-year, $40 million extension with the Jets. A through F, what's the Jets' grade?
Why I got to give these grades every time?
Because I'm reading all these names off. I need a second to catch my breath.
I barely followed every single one. I've seen more of like the big name ones like Minkah Fitzpatrick, Demario Davis. That's a huge one.
I think you're looking about
deal.
the C, the D range, just because it's the Jets and they're going to find a way to screw it up.
Their leading receiver last season didn't play a game from October to the end of the year.
Oh, I know. And their quarterback from last year says when he's done in the NFL, he's going to become a pastor.
No respect. Hey, no disrespect there. I respect that.
Justin Fields wants to go around and help people.
I respect that. I love that.
Moving on to the Ravens in the AFC North.
The absolute finesser of this free agency.
Tyler Huntley re-signed a 2-year deal, $11 million contract. Tight end Durham
Smith.
signed a 3-year deal. Offensive line John Simpson signed a 3-year deal, $30 million, so about $10 million each year. They got Trey Hendrickson,
As we mentioned earlier.
signed a 4-year, $112 million with $16 million fully guaranteed and a maximum value of $120. Corner Chidobe Awuzie.
Oh, the Ravens wanted both Max Crosby and Trey Hendrickson.
Re-signed a fully guaranteed 1 year, $5 million. I mean, who wouldn't? Give them about a B.
Yeah.
The Bengals, they signed offense tackle Orlando Brown Jr. That keeps him on contract through 2028. Offensive guard Dalton Reisner re-signed on a 1-year deal. Edge rush boy Faye signed a 3-year, $60 million deal. Defense lineman Jonathan Allen signing a 2-year, $26 million with a max value of $28 million with incentives. Corner Jalen Davis re-signs on a 1-year deal, and safety Brian Cook signed a 3-year, $40.25 million, which will pay $18 million in year 1. Give him about a C.
Are we just reading every single one? Okay.
No, I've skipped a few names.
Okay, we obviously ain't got to cover every single one of them. There's been.
That's what I'm just saying. Basically, position in the name. I'm not going full detail like I am with the big names for the contracts, unless it absolutely says it on the screen.
Okay, so Pittsburgh.
If you want to take a couple teams, go for it.
So Pittsburgh, Cleveland didn't do nothing.
Well, yeah, I wasn't really going to go over Cleveland. Maybe cover Jack Stoll signing a 1-year deal, and Titus Howard was acquired in a trade. But other than that, I wasn't going to cover them.
Steelers didn't do bad either.
No.
They got Jaquan Brisker, Asante Samuel Jr. is re-signed on a 2-year, $5 million deal.
Darnell Savage, Cameron Hayward signed a 2-year deal. Jack Discore, Michael Pittman in a trade from the Colts, and Rico Dowell, who's a decent running back. So,
which Pittsburgh also got for giving up a 6th rounder. They didn't really have to give up anything for Pittman.
No, a 2026 7th round pick in exchange.
And he's signing a 3-year, $59 million deal.
That's what they got in return, yeah. Pittman doesn't produce, but Indy was using him as a number 1.
And now he's going to be alongside DK Metcalf. That could honestly be a really interesting receiving tandem this year.
For what quarterback?
That's the other part of it. Rodgers hasn't signed anything yet.
Oh, I know. That's why I said what quarterback.
Will Howard maybe, but that's such a huge roll of the dice. And you just drafted him the year prior, so do you want to spend another draft pick drafting a quarterback?
Don't they have Mason Rudolph on roster still?
I think so, yeah.
So him or Howard maybe?
It'd be my guess. Like I said, unless you want to go draft a quarterback, but you really don't need to.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, we are getting into some juicy stuff right now, though.
And my lord, did the Texans make moves.
I'm not very happy with one of them.
I know which one you're referring to.
I am not happy with it. I'm just happy it's that Texas team.
Can we take a moment though? Can we take a moment of silence though to say R.I.P. to the exciting whites?
Yes. You know, I really thought that the Texans had two of our former safeties now. But I saw that he signed with someone else. I thought they also still had C.J.
Gardner Johnson, yeah.
But no, he signed with someone else. I forget who. I saw it today. Who did he sign with?
The Bills. Yeah, he signed with Buffalo.
It's not on my list with the Bills.
On a 1-year deal worth up to $6 million.
What is this?
Oh, I think they're unveiling like some new logo or like new uniform combination or something. I thought I read that.
This Texans logo is... No, not Texans, sorry. Titans logo is ugly.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm guessing that's their new logo.
That is ugly. All right. Sorry. Going back up. Sorry.
Yeah,
The Texans trade for running back David Montgomery from the Lions, giving up a offensive lineman, a 2026 fourth round pick, and a 2027 seventh round pick. They go and get two tight ends, Foster Moreau and Dalton Schultz. Get a couple good offensive tackles, Trent Brown, Braden Smith.
Braden Smith leaving Indy for a 2-year, $25 million deal. That's a big loss to Indy's O-line.
And to go to a rival.
Yeah, that's tough.
They got edge rusher Danielle Hunter.
Danielle Hunter.
Um,
They got E.J. Speed is re-signing on a 2-year, $110 million deal.
Shelton Rakins re-signing. They unfortunately got one halves of the exciting whites. Reed Blankenship.
3-year, $24.75 million deal with 16.5 guaranteed.
You will be missed in Philly, sir.
Cooper DeJean is gonna miss you.
We will all miss you. Please, if you ever go back to free agency, come back home. Come back home before you hang them up. Okay. And yeah, a couple kickers and punters.
Well, hold on. Their kicker Kyami Fairbairn signing a 2-year, $13 million extension. He's now the highest paid kicker in the league.
As a kicker.
Don't let McAfee hear that.
Well, I'm not. I give kickers props. You know I do.
You didn't just then.
I can't get behind him. I don't know. I just here, let me relook at his stats. I for some reason don't think he's that good. So let me look at his stats.
You don't become the highest paid kicker in the league with sucky stats.
Well, we will just see. Alrighty.
Come on.
Oh. Hey, maybe this isn't who I was thinking of. 80% in 2017, 88.1, 80, 87, 79, 93, 96, 85, 91. Yeah, I don't think this is the person I was thinking about. Alright. My bad, Will. Your name is Will, right? No. Nope.
It's not even Monday.
No. You want me to come later in the week?
Who is Will?
Will what?
Who is Will?
Will Lutz?
Oh my God.
Alright, Fairbarn.
You weren't even close.
Does that surprise you?
No. Oh, God help me.
Indianapolis Colts gets Daniel Jones to re-sign a 2-year, $88 million that can be worth up to $100 million with incentives and includes more than $60 million guaranteed, $50 million in year one.
He also received the transition tag first.
He did.
But because he was originally asking for $50 million a year.
Yeah, he ain't getting that. He ain't that good. I don't care how good of a start he had this season. He ain't that good. He is still New York Danny Dimes to me.
Well, especially when he's coming off a broken leg on one leg and a blown Achilles in the other one.
Hang it up.
Like, yeah, he was leading the number one offense for the first half of the season.
But also, Jonathan Taylor was doing a lot.
Oh, he was.
In the beginning of the season until he's couldn't handle it anymore. And then Daniel got hurt. And
Exactly. But here's the thing. He got hurt coming off a bye week. We saw that video of him throwing coming off a bye week, and everybody was like, hold on. Like, what is this? And they said, like, it wasn't going to be an issue. He was going to be good to go that week. And then he blows his Achilles.
Man, never mind.
In the other leg.
Never mind.
So you're signing a quarterback to a 2-year, essentially $88 million deal that can be worth up to $100 with incentives. So that's obviously going to be performance-based.
You gotta stay healthy, buddy.
And you're giving that to a quarterback
Who has a injury-prone history.
Exactly.
Good job, Indy.
And you're giving him $50 million of it in year one.
You still make questionable decisions, Indy. Good job. Hey, they didn't make a questionable decision here. Keeping Alec Pierce on
that one's huge.
On a 4-year, $114 million contract, maximum value of $116 million, which includes an $84 million in guarantee with $60 million fully guaranteed at signing. They got a couple edge rushers, a defense tackle, and their kicker re-signed.
I mean, this is exactly what I predicted too. When we were talking about this potential move, I said if I were to guess, I would say Indy keeps Alec Pierce over Michael Pittman Jr.
I was telling you that hands down last week.
I mean, if you want to go back and listen to that argument, go back and listen to last week's episode. But like I said, this is pretty much exactly what I think everybody thought was going to happen, too. Plus, Sauce Gardner said he was going to lock Alec Pierce in his basement until he signed a new deal, so that probably helped.
He did say that. I did see that. And then
he got asked about it, too.
And then did you see when Alec Pierce signed?
Yeah, he got asked that question.
No. He went back on to social media and said, "It worked, chat."
Yep, I did see that. And then Alec Pierce was doing some interview and he held up a card that said, "What's Sauce's basement like?" And he started laughing and he was like, "Oh, he's got a golf sim down there." He's like, "I've been working on my golf swing quite a bit." Yeah, I did see that.
I like that combo. They're pretty funny.
They are. But Sauce staying healthy this year is going to be critical too because Indy gave up 2 first-rounders for him to New York. So New York is kind of loaded in the first round of these next couple drafts.
They are, but it's also the Jets.
That's true. But if you're Indy, you do not want to see those 2 first-rounders be wasted on a guy that can't stay healthy.
That is true.
So Sauce staying healthy is going to be crucial for them this year. And, you know, obviously we're talking about Alec Pierce here, but this is honestly huge for Indy. This gives Daniel Jones one of his top targets back, if not his top target back for this coming season. And if you're Indy, you lock him down for 4 years on a guy that really takes the top off of the defense, especially when you start talking about where the game is as a whole and where defenses are as a whole, playing more like a cover 2 shell to not get beat over the top and keep everything in front of them. So then, you know, it becomes a question of, you know, which offense can be explosive, which offense can get chunk plays. And Alec Pierce has done that. I mean, he's led the league in average yards per reception, I think, like the last 2 or 3 years or something. I mean, this was a huge get. I think I saw that he's the now highest paid free agent receiver in NFL history. I mean, rightfully so too. And and this is what I said. This is kind of what I wanted to see Indy do in terms of keeping him or Michael Pittman Jr. And I think they made the right move. And I think you can tell there's a sense of urgency down there in Indy now. If you're bringing back these 2 guys and getting deals done with them, that's massive.
Sorry, I was looking on my phone.
Oh, I know you were.
I thought I had an article saved, but I guess I must have got rid of it. Yeah, Alec Pierce staying in Indy is definitely the right call. I think they're back to where they kind of have been. Possibly take a quarterback some point, and
not to get kind of off topic here either, but I did see him do an interview, and his brother is Caden Pierce. He played basketball at Princeton, and he sat out this year. I think it was like a red shirt or something, but he's signing his final year of college basketball at Purdue for next season. And I think he'll be a senior. So it'll be his last year in college. But Alec Pierce even said being able to stay home and go to his brother's games was a huge decision in re-signing with Indy. So I thought that was pretty cool.
I bet you did.
Purdue basketball helping keep Alec Pierce. You're welcome.
I honestly kind of think they're at the same point that they were before. Take a quarterback. Hopefully Daniel Jones works out for you, but with his medical past, like you said, a broken leg on one leg, comes back off of a bye week and tears his Achilles on the other leg. How much longer can he play, actually?
Especially if he doesn't have an offensive line.
He's already in his 30s, especially if he doesn't have an offensive line. I mean...
Yeah. I never saw... I don't think they have traded Richardson yet either.
Nope. I think I saw something. They may release him or something. But we're going to skip over Jacksonville because they only have like 6 signings, and it's no one that really even clicks anything in my head. So we're going to skip over them. The Titans,
I think probably the biggest one for them was losing ETN, but we'll get to that one later with who he signed with.
Yeah. Titans, they've signed quite a few people.
Quite a few is an understatement.
A lot of them I just like Jacksonville. They're not clicking with me. Like they signed Mitchell Trubisky, Wan'Dale Robertson, Daniel.
That's a great pickup, though. Wan'Dale Robinson.
It is.
He was in New York. Dable's in Tennessee now. So that Giants connection is staying in Tennessee with that. I love that.
Daniel Bellinger, edge rusher Jermaine Johnson Jr. was acquired in a trade. Solomon Thomas, defensive lineman, acquired in a trade. And that's really about it. AFC West.
Nothing really for Denver. I mean, they've made moves.
They re-signed
They didn't
all
acquire anybody.
no.
They just re-signed.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players re-signed. 4 of them on the offense, 3 on defense. No, 2 on defense,
5 on offense. Kansas City's been making moves.
They have. They signed reigning Super Bowl MVP Kenneth Walker III to a 3-year deal.
I'm so proud of you. You didn't say Kevin Gainwell. I'm so proud of you. First time you've gotten his name right since the Super Bowl.
3-year deal.
I cannot believe it.
Worth up to $45 million.
Wow.
With $28.7 million guaranteed. They re-signed Thornton, Kelsey.
Yeah, that's big. Kelsey coming back for his 14th season.
1 year, $12 million deal with a maximum value of $15 million.
That's a big move for Kansas City, and they're bringing Bieniemy back too to run the offense.
Yep.
And this is going to be an interesting season for Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes is going to come off his ACL tear that he had. We're going to see, we'll see how he looks if he's back into form, which, I mean, I don't think anybody's really worried about. It's Patrick Mahomes, for God's sake. But you bring Kelsey back, you bring Kenneth Walker in, and he's a ground and pound runner. He's going to gain every yard he possibly can. I mean, anytime he touches the ball, even when he was at Michigan State, had a chance to score. I mean, it weren't too many times he was getting tackled in the backfield, especially in college. But they're gonna help. He's gonna help out the run game tremendously for Kansas City, because Kansas City last year really couldn't run the football much at all. So they really relied on Patrick Mahomes and his arm to win them a lot of their games. I think I read something, or I heard something, that Kansas City was one of the only offenses, if not the only offense, to not have a running back have a 50-yard rush or something like that. I think it was some stat like that. But Kenneth Walker is really going to help out that run game. Travis Kelce comes back. Patrick Mahomes, one of Patrick Mahomes' favorite targets, so that's huge for them. And I think now for Kansas City, like I said, this is going to be an interesting season for them, because nobody's really talking about Kansas City now. Nobody is really viewing Kansas City as a threat. So this is kind of their first opportunity to play as the hunter instead of the hunted. So I think you're going to see them play from a different dynamic than what they normally do. So as annoying as it is seeing the Chiefs being good, I'll be really curious to see how Kansas City season plays out this year, because like I said, they get to play as the hunter instead of the hunted now. And they're going up in a division, staying in the AFC West. The Las Vegas Raiders, boy, they've been making moves. They've really been making moves.
Are you going to read the Raiders?
Yeah, I was waiting on you.
I was waiting on you to finish talking about the Chiefs.
I was done. I said the Raiders have been making moves.
Yeah, go ahead and read the moves.
Yeah, so they signed Connor Hayward on a 2-year, $5.5 million deal, $2 million of it fully guaranteed. They bring in Jalen Naylor. He signed on a 3-year, $35 million deal with $23 million in total guarantees. The big one, though, Tyler Linderbaum signed a 3-year, $81 million deal. I think that's the highest contract for an interior offensive lineman in history.
I believe so, too.
That is massive.
Mm-hmm.
So you're getting a center for
who's
basically Fernando Mendoza. You're bringing in a big time addition
who's
to the
one
trenches.
Of the best centers in the league right now, bringing him away from Baltimore. He's played under Harbaugh. He's played with different quarterbacks.
There's a lot of speculation too, because there were a number of interior offensive linemen in free agency, but I heard Adam Schefter.
That was like one of the very first moves that happened too.
Yeah, like the Raiders were not screwing around with that, and I heard Adam Schefter say on the Pat McAfee show that it is also kind of like teams are kind of waiting to see what happens with him before kind of proceeding and going after certain guys. Because he was a highly touted free agent. So Vegas moving on that quickly, like props to them for getting that done as quick as they did. That was awesome.
You think they overpaid or underpaid?
I think they got it right.
Okay.
I like it. You get a 3-year, $81 million deal. Let's do the math on that, because I can't do math like that in my head. 81, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Got enough threes in there or zeros?
I do now. That's $27 million a year.
Okay. And we don't know if there's what the incentives or anything like that is. So
they bring in Kwity Paye. He signed a deal worth $16 million. That's a big get for their edge. Now this is also one I was kind of waiting for you to kind of talk about. One of your boys, them Philly boys, part of that nasty defense they had. Nakobe Dean, linebacker, 3-year, $36 million. Take the floor.
I hope he can stay healthy.
Yeah?
He missed about half the time he was in Philly because of injuries. That's part of the reason why we went out and got Zach Bond.
Yeah?
So, as much as I hate to see him leave his Georgia brothers and that defense, he was our green dot signal caller when he was healthy.
Which I imagine he'll be in Vegas now.
Oh. Is that even a question?
Yeah.
So, it's bittersweet because he really couldn't stay on the field for Philly, but when he was on the field,
he was nasty.
He lives up to that Georgia name.
Yeah.
A dog.
And they got another...
Not a D-O-G. D-A-double-G.
W.
Whatever, man. I'm tired.
I can tell.
W-G. Double G. W on the end. Whatever you want to say. But,
Hey, they got another nasty linebacker, too. They got Quay Walker on a 3-year, $40.5 million contract.
Forgot about that. I'm even looking at it.
They're kind of overloading their defense here. Vegas
Eric
is going to be
Stokes.
making some moves, and like we said, they could end up keeping Max Crosby. They may not end up trading him at all.
And they re-signed no, they didn't re-sign. He signed a free agent deal. Kicker Matt Gay.
Yup.
So.
Yup. LA, the Chargers, not really a lot of big name moves that they made aside from re-signing Khalil Mack on a 1-year, $18 million deal.
Kean Mitchell, running back from Baltimore.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
Alec,
fair.
Alec Ingold, fullback.
They bring back Denzel Perryman on a 1-year deal.
But moving to the NFC East.
Your Cowgirls.
Dang, Skippy they Cowgirls. They signed Sam Howell from the Commanders. Javonte Williams re-signed. They franchise tagged George Pickens. Sam Williams. That's really about it for them. Kicker Brandon Aubrey received a second round $5.76 million restricted free agent tender, meaning other teams can sign him to an offer sheet, but Dallas will have the right to match it. I hope someone takes him away from Denver. Or not Denver, Dallas. They signed linebacker Tremaine Edmonds and corner Greg Newsome Jr.
That Isaiah
Hold
that
on,
Isaiah
hold on,
likely
hold on,
one.
hold on. I jumped down to the Giants. My bad. The Giants signed Tremaine Edmonds and Greg Newsome Jr. and Isaiah Likely.
That Isaiah Likely one is a big get for them. 3-year, $40 million.
If he can keep his toes in bounds. How many games alone in Baltimore did he cost Baltimore? At least once or twice against Kansas City because he got a touchdown, but your toes are out of bounds, buddy.
Gives Jackson Dart another target.
Wear those white cleats to blend in with the out of bounds.
A little bit. But, I mean, if it's blending in with the out of bounds, then you're probably out of bounds.
Okay. Teams and players will do that because it blends in. It's harder for them to tell. And then even the Chiefs, some people on the Chiefs, like Kelsey, have come out. Andy Reid have come out and said, like, Andy Reid will tell his players if they are the home team and the away team's wearing their white uniforms, make sure you're wearing white gloves so it's harder for the refs to see if you're holding or not.
Yeah.
Why not do the same with your cleats in the sideline?
True. Moving down to your Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, we haven't really done much. We re-signed Jordan Davis, 3-year, $78 million contract extension, which includes $65 million guaranteed.
You bring in Tariq Woolen on a 1-year deal.
Yep, I think that just happened on the last day too.
I think so.
We brought him over from Super Bowl winning Seattle defense. Jonathan Jones, not really sure about him. We re-signed a tight end and signed one. Really hope we can still get tight end from Oregon. I'm drawing a blank right now. I can picture him. I can see his face.
Kenyon, or are you talking about Kenyon Sadiq?
Yep. Thank you, Jesus.
Wow. You don't even know your own team.
Hey, I am sleepy. My head's starting to hurt. I haven't had much water today, so...
Well, let's move through this quick. Dang.
I am trying. You can obviously tell my focus is going out the window. I am getting sleepy, and it's
all right. So we ain't got to go through every single move that's been made. Give me.
We haven't. The Commanders. Dang. The Commanders quietly have been making some moves. I see.
They've been making quite a few.
Re-signed Marcus Mariota. Signed Richard.
Oh Lord, we gotta move. We gotta wrap this up. Holy goodness.
Rachaad White.
No!
I'm going with it.
Rachaad White.
That's a big pickup. Fudge. He can't he can't really stay healthy either, so it's fine.
Who?
White. They signed Burks. There was an offensive lineman I saw. Jeremy Lunzel signed a 2-year deal with them. Who else? I know they got quite a few. No, that's wrong team. Nick Cross. I do like him at safety. Jake Moody. I'm not sold on him as a kicker. NFC North, the Bears got Case Keenum. Linebacker Devin Bush.
That's a big get.
I think that really does it for them. Lions didn't really do anything.
They got Isaiah Pacheco.
Didn't even know that until I said they weren't doing anything, and I saw it. And
How'd you not know that? That was announced when it happened.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, they got Isaiah Pacheco, so now Jahmyr Gibbs has another 1-2 combo. I actually like this backfield a lot for Detroit.
Yeah.
They're going to be
like you said,
nasty.
Pacheco's the ground and pound, and then you got Gibbs with the speed.
But it's going to be really interesting, though, to see how they've managed this backfield, because even with Montgomery, especially towards the end of last season, it really became the Jahmyr Gibbs show. And it was Jahmyr Gibbs getting most of the carries instead of David
way.
Montgomery. So, like, do you play it 50-50? Do you ride with the hot hand? Like, do you alternate it?
If I was a coach in Detroit, I'd say start season off 50-50. Ride the hot hand, whoever gets hot. Because they both can be dominant.
And they both got speed, too.
I wouldn't say Pacheco has speed, but he's got a little get up.
Yeah. His acceleration is...
Now, Gibbs, whew,
yeah.
He's got some speed.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
either way, that's going to be a nasty backfield for Detroit.
Rock Ya-Sin. Never even heard of him. The Packers got defensive lineman Javon Hargrave.
They got Zaire Franklin in that trade with the Colts for Colby Wooden, which that's a big loss for Indy.
Oh, it is. Franklin was probably their best linebacker.
You lose speed and you lose experience in that linebacker room.
Well, didn't they also have E.J. Speed a couple years ago?
Yeah, and I think they traded him to Houston. He was either traded or he signed as a free agent.
Crazy.
But they lose a lot in that linebacker room, losing Zaire.
Vikings haven't really done anything.
What do you mean? They just did.
They haven't really done anything besides signing a revised contract that lowers his base salary from $9 million to $5.5 million to keep Aaron Jones in Minnesota. And then the biggest thing that they have
man, you losing basically $4 million.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah, about $3.5 million.
But props to him for staying with that.
But the biggest thing they've done is sign Kyler Murray to a 1-year deal.
I like that. I like that move. You get Kyler with a year with Kevin O'Connell. I've heard them say
they're still not ready to give up on JJ though.
I think they have to be.
I saw something today. They are still not giving up on JJ.
I mean,
So
Kyler's
this-
going to
this-
start either way.
So this might be a bridge quarterback for 1 year, and then JJ gets to.
Like what Sam Darnold did.
But just get rid of JJ.
I know. But like I said, I've heard this said about Kyler Murray too. They kind of want him to be the point guard of the offense, and they want Kevin O'Connell to be the conductor. So, and Kyler Murray, yes, he is smaller than every quarterback in the league, but he's also thrown for 20,000 yards. He's got a ton of NFL experience. He's played in different offenses with the different coaches that have come to Arizona.
Plus his time in college at Oklahoma. And
Exactly.
where else? Oklahoma and somewhere else, right? Or was it just Oklahoma?
No, it was where was he? He was at Texas A&M.
Was he?
Yeah. He was at Texas A&M.
I'm not saying I doubt you, but I just have to see with my own eyes.
Okay, go ahead. Tell me I'm wrong. I'll wait.
Okay, it was.
Test my knowledge again.
I said I'm not doubting you. I just have to see for myself because I really did not remember that. I just remember him at Oklahoma.
Well, you should have known to take my word for it.
You kind of hesitated.
It took me a minute to remember. But no,
And
Kyler
he
Murray.
even sat out the 2016 season.
Kyler Murray with Minnesota is actually a great move, and I think everybody knew he was going to be going there. What I'm curious to see though is how he's going to do in terms of reviving his career there. Is that a place where he can get to where they feel confident that he can become a franchise quarterback, or is this kind of the place where he can revive his career and sign a new deal somewhere else?
Depends on what they want to do with JJ.
Yeah, you ain't wrong.
And that's what it's all going to come down to next offseason also.
We still have so many more teams to get to.
Atlanta, they signed Tua, Jahad Dotson, Austin Hooper, Kyle Pitts received a franchise tag. That's about it. Kenny Pickett signed with the Panthers.
Hold on. Back up. I can't ask you your thoughts on Tua going to Atlanta?
No, I don't want to talk about the two lefties and Kirk Cousins.
They're going to trade Kirk Cousins.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't if I was them.
They just signed him a deal too.
Well, that and also Penix has injury prone. Now you go out and sign Tua, who can't stay healthy. And did you see the video I sent you about the Atlanta QB room?
He's like, I can't wait. He's like, I'm so excited to be an Atlanta Hawk.
And then
He's like, Falcons. He's like, yeah, right.
And then something was said about how all the quarterbacks had to do a safety meeting.
And Kirk said he was going to buy Coles with his $140 million deal because he loved their shirts, but he loved all of them too much. And he had the quarter zip up on the big screen. He's like talking about it, and the quarterback is like, shut up.
And then, oh man. And then the guy's like, all right, you guys can leave. This is over.
Tua, that's the bathroom.
Tua, that's the bathroom. Other way.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a good fit for Tua, though. I think it will. I don't know. He just got he got to know when to slide, man. He got to know.
Throw
when
the
to
ball
slide.
away before you get sacked.
Don't pull Jackson Dart. But Kyle Pitts received the franchise tag, so he'll get paid $15 million for the 2026 season. That's a big keep. And he has Bijan Robinson back there with him, so we like that. But Carolina probably went from a good team to a great team.
They did sign Kenny Pickett, John Mechie, David Moore.
They signed Jalen Phillips on a 4-year, $120 million deal. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Carolina's defense is going to be good.
Devin Lloyd, Isaiah Simmons. They could possibly do something.
And Carolina just had their first stadium sellout for a playoff game, I think, in 10 years now, since they made that Super Bowl run. So they got some momentum to come into with this season, and now they're getting boosted, especially on their defense.
Only time will tell.
I mean, you pair Jalen Phillips with Tracy Horn, who's one of the best corners in the league. That's awesome. That is awesome. That is great for Carolina. I love that move. And then, as we were talking about with the Saints, they picked up Travis Etienne on a 4-year, $52 million deal. So they're really starting to build around Tyler Shuck. But it's interesting, though.
What do you do with Kamara?
I was just about to say, I'll be really, really intrigued to see what they do with Alvin Kamara.
Kamara.
Because, Etienne is not coming in to split reps or anything like that. Like, he's coming in to be the main back.
Draft day trade, ?
Could be.
They also signed tight end Noah Fant, offensive lineman, defensive lineman. Julian Blackman re-signed. Hope Joe Burrow can stay healthy because the backup that came in and played decent a couple years ago for him and then came in last year and kind of played like trash and lost his job to old Joe Flacco. Jake Browning is now a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. Kenneth Gainwell is a Buccaneer now. Cade Otton re-signed.
It's a big keep for Tampa.
They got linebacker Alex Alonso.
Anzalone.
Whatever, dude. He spent time in
Detroit.
Who am I thinking of from New Orleans? Didn't they have a linebacker with long blonde hair too?
I don't know. It might have also been Anzalone.
He's a decent linebacker.
2-year, $17 million deal. Oh boy, we gotta wrap this up. Holy
Arizona
Jesus.
hasn't really done anything.
They bring in Gardner Minshew, so their quarterbacks are either going to be Jacoby Brissett or Gardner Minshew. Don't love that for them.
Gardner Minshew isn't horrible. Let's get that straight. He had his time in Jacksonville. He was a starting quarterback a little bit in Philly. He was a starting quarterback a little bit in Indy. He sat behind Mahomes for a year or two. I think he won a Super Bowl ring in Kansas City.
He was with the Raiders.
I mean, he has experience. He just, when he's had his chance, he hasn't really had much around him.
Yeah.
So, who knows? He might be able to do something in Arizona. I mean, no one thought Jacoby Brissett would do as good as he did last year with Arizona. Beating, if not almost beating the Packers. Like, he had some pretty good games last year. So,
Yeah.
the Rams, they got Trent McDuffie in a trade with Kansas City for exchange for a 2026 first-round pick, 29th overall. a 5th-round pick and a 6th-round pick, as well as a 2027 3rd-round pick. And then he signed a 4-year, $124 million contract extension with the Rams.
That's a historic deal.
Yeah, they also got corner Jalen Watson signing a 3-year, $51 million deal.
They keep Tyler Higbee, too.
Oh, yep. I skipped right over that. Thank you. The Niners
This was the big one.
getting Mike Evans to sign a 3-year deal to finally get him out of Tampa Bay. The man who has, 11 out of the last 13 seasons going back to his college days, 12 out of the last 13 seasons, something like that, having over 1,000 yards.
He had one every year of his pro career up until this past season because of injury.
Yep, and then I think his last year or two in college, he also had over 1,000 yards.
I think so.
So
Honestly,
that kind of production, I mean,
is it wrong for me to say I wouldn't be surprised if we see him not hit 1,000 again this year either?
no, he's going to hit it. Kittle got hurt last year. He'll probably miss some time at the beginning of the season, maybe. Who else do they have?
They're
Jennings?
losing Juwan Jennings because he's a free agent too.
So they're losing him.
Unless they re-sign him, which I didn't see I don't think they re-signed him.
Not yet. Brandon Ayuk.
Which they're bringing Mike Evans in to replace. Let's make that clear.
I mean, he's, I think, still on their team.
I mean, Christian McCaffrey is their workhorse. He's like, I want to say like 90% of their offense, it feels like. So Mike Evans coming in is going to take a big load off of Christian McCaffrey.
If he can stay healthy, I mean, that's one consistent weapon that could help take some pressure off of McCaffrey.
And Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
But like you said, if he stays healthy.
So he's always had like 1 or 2 games he might miss banged up or something, but this year he missed like almost half the season.
Yeah. And then I don't know if you saw earlier, but they re-signed Dre Greenlaw.
I did see that.
1 year, $7.5 million deal.
Re-signed their kicker, 4 years, 17 mil, with 10 mil guaranteed. Seattle, just re-signed 3 people. And
Rashid Shaheed.
And they signed safety Ronnie Thomas. That was the last team.
And that was a lot of moves. One move I actually really liked that I don't think was listed, or no, it was, but we skipped over it, was the Bears acquiring Kobe Bryant on a 3-year, $40 million deal from Seattle.
Oh, yeah. I did see that.
I like that move a lot. He's going to add a lot to that secondary in Chicago. I like that move a lot.
Before we wrap it up,
This is, yeah, we covered every part of free agency there is to cover, but good for Ball, man. Like I said earlier, there were over $3 billion worth of contracts signed in free agency this year. Absolutely stupid.
my head hurts.
And and the draft is only going to make things crazier.
Yep. So before we wrap up tonight, give me your winner of free agency and give me your loser of free agency.
Oh. Loser, I'd probably say Cleveland. There's been really no news of anything Cleveland has done. Quarterback situation still up in the air with him. I don't think anybody's really sold on Shedeur Sanders yet. I'm not rooting on his downfall. I do want to see him succeed, but at this point right now, I don't think I'm confident enough in Shedeur to say I'm not worried about the quarterback room there. So I'd probably say Cleveland is my loser of the draft. Winner, Probably the Raiders, man. They're not screwing around this free agency, and they're making moves. They're making some really big moves. Bringing Tyler Linderbaum in was huge for their offensive line. He's going to be a big piece in the run game with Ashton Genty in the backfield. I mean, last year Ashton Genty couldn't run past the line of scrimmage without getting hit. So adding a guy on the offensive line like Tyler Linderbaum, that's going to be big time for Vegas's run game too, as well as their pass game. And they're also bringing in a lot of experience for what we presume is going to be Fernando Mendoza. So that's going to be big for them too. And then also bringing in Kwity Paye off the edge.
I think the AFC West is just too stacked.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even mention bringing in Kobe Dean either. He like both of those guys alone and Quay Walker. Like these guys are gonna add so much to this defense.
Do you think that they've done enough to where they can possibly make a run in the AFC West? Because you still got the Chiefs, you still got the Chargers, and you got the Broncos.
I don't know if you'll make a run in the AFC West because...
Can they do better than dead last in the AFC West?
Well, here's the thing. You're drafting Mendoza. Who's his backup? And then your other three quarterbacks in the AFC West, Justin Herbert, Bo Nix, and Patrick Mahomes. And you're going to ask a rookie quarterback, who we presume is going to start, to make a run
who also has
at
Tom
the division.
Brady talking in his ear. To an extent.
True, but like I said, rookie quarterback in the NFL. Number 1 overall pick. I'm not saying Fernando ain't a dog, because he is a dog. But
how much did that hurt you?
It hurt me. Trust me, it did. But asking a rookie quarterback to come in and make a run at the division in his first year against Patrick Mahomes, who he has to play twice a year, against Justin Herbert, who he has to play twice a year, and against Bo Nix, who he has to play twice a year. Out of all three of those quarterbacks, I'd say his most likely chance at beating them would be Justin Herbert, because Justin Herbert is not the entire Chargers team. The Chargers team as a whole is not very good. Their offensive line was bad last year.
They were.
Denver.
Herbert was sacked the most in the NFL.
Denver's got a great offensive line.
Sacked or hit, one of the two.
Denver has a great offensive line. They also have a great defensive line.
They got good weapons on the outside.
And the Chiefs are are still the Chiefs, regardless of what people want to say about them. So I'm not expecting the Raiders to make a run at the division or at the postseason, especially in Mendoza's first year.
No, it was just a question, sir.
Are you?
No. But I could see them finishing third.
Ahead of who? LA?
Yeah.
Fair. I don't know if they'll finish. I still think they'll finish last in the division, but I think they'll still win more games than they did last year.
I mean, it won't take much.
No, not at all.
So, all right, guys. We are getting extremely exhausted. At least I am. So, that wraps up free agency recap. We're so out of it.
We really... Dude, this time change has screwed with me so bad.
Go get your dubby. Before we leave, go get your dubby.
Yep, pay the bill real quick.
Shoot. I was going to bring you some of that Granny Smith green apple with secret sauce.
Yeah.
The more I drink it, the more it tastes like a green apple Jolly Rancher to me.
Fair.
My wife said it tastes like a watermelon Jolly Rancher to her, but there's no watermelon in it, unless that's part of the secret sauce.
Green apple and watermelon.
I don't know, man. I get green apple Jolly Rancher. She says she gets watermelon.
I'm going to keep imagining they're caramel apple suckers.
I can tell you, they are not.
Don't kill my hopes and dreams.
Well, you'll find out on Monday.
That's true.
Bring your bottle. But go get your Dubby at Dubby's website. And
If you're not a fan of the caffeine, get yourself some of the non-caffeinated powder that they got too.
exactly.
Won't taste any different.
But use code RFBPOD at checkout, save 10%. Highly recommend
Shout out Dubby.
a lot of the flavors. Any flavor I've had, I absolutely love. I know Brennan has too, besides the s'mores, because he doesn't like milk. But if you love milk, it is a great option. So yeah, go get your
The
Dubby.
Blue Raz one was pretty good. That one was probably. I did like the fruit punch one a lot. That one was probably my number one.
I
so
think
far.
for me, the Blue Raz and s'mores are at the top, and then the punch and the apple for me.
And it's 150 milligrams of caffeine a serving. No artificial flavors or
coloring, no
preservatives or added.
no
additives,
filler,
none of that.
additives and stuff. So I mean,
And none of the jitters you get from normal energy drinks
or
either.
crashes.
Yeah. Helps a lot with ADHD and everything like that. So highly recommend. They've been awesome so
Oh yeah,
far.
I forgot to ask. When you had some, how was it helping with you focusing and stuff?
I mean, probably.
Could you tell it was helping you focus or?
I mean, I think so,
slow
but
your brain down, or like what? With you having ADHD, we can use you as a living testament. How did it? Did you notice anything like helping it with your brain or something?
Yes and no, but I also wasn't really paying too much attention because I'd drink it going to work and everything like that, and it would last into my route. But I mean, it was always like anytime I'm on a route, like I kind of lock in on it pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So I mean, yes and no, just because like I didn't really pay attention to that.
Well,
and
when you get more, pay a little bit more attention. Let the listeners know. But yeah, with that being said, make sure to go get your W. Use the code at checkout, save 10%, and then let us know how you feel about it. If you like it, if you don't like it, what flavor you tried. And let us know what you guys think about free agency in the comments. What was your favorite move? What was your least favorite move? Who's the winner? Who's the loser? Anything you want to talk about free agency with us, drop it in the comments, and we may bring it up in the next episode or two. So yeah, with that being said, we'll probably be back in studio Monday. Have no idea what we're going to talk about. This may be when we introduce the fun stuff. Trivia, games.
Yep.
All that. So
stay tuned.
It's going to be a surprise for you guys as much as it will be us what we talk about Monday. So with that being said, you guys have a great weekend.
I got nothing else to add.
Yeah,
let's get out of here.
Have a great weekend. Get ready for March Madness.
Take care.
Deuces.